Hey, this is Tom, and I'd like to welcome you to the Onecoin presentation. Today, we're going to be talking about the USA Alpha launch and why this is so exciting. Folks, we've had an amazing amount of success in the last 8 months with over 400,000 paid members joining the company, over 300 families generating in excess of $40,000 a week in income. Really just breaking all the records. Right now, we've got over 8,000 people joining the company per day, and there's a lot of reasons to pay attention. And it's not just income, and it's not just numbers. It's really about the mission. It's really about the vision of the company and what's going on really around you in the business world and around different countries. I mean, we look at Greece and we look at many of the countries that are suffering and having problems, and we see Ecuador launching its own cryptocurrency, and we're really on the cutting edge of something very exciting. So if you're looking for something cutting edge, an industry that's less than 10 years old and one of the 5 fastest growing industries in the world, I think you're going to love this presentation. And over the next 30 minutes, I just really want to share the overall high level concept with you. We'll talk about what Onecoin is. We'll talk about what's in it for you and ultimately how you can get started. And it's just an exciting time for our company. We feel like we've really cracked the code on some of the difficult elements of this business and just having a lot of success at it. So let's go ahead and get into the presentation, and I'll talk to you about cryptocurrency and what it's all about. So let's first cover the 5 compelling reasons why you ought to really pay attention. I've touched on a few of them. I love to say that there's no such thing as missed opportunity. It just moves on to the next person, and it's my prayer that this one does not move on to the next person, that you grab a hold of it, seize the day, and make the most of it to create financial freedom for you and your family. First off, we've got great leadership. I think when you see the bio of the founder of our company, she's not only very public, which is kind of unusual for our industry. Most of them are called what I call crypto leaders, which means they don't want you to know who they are. And but ours are the woman that runs our company. That's right, you heard me say woman. Is very successful in her own right and recognized all over Europe. And I'll get into her bio in just a minute. But it's very exciting to have such an incredible person with such a powerful, educational background running the company. Timing, we opened the U.S. July 4th. So I don't know when you're watching this video, but it is very new. It's very exciting, and we're standing on the doorstep. I mean, nobody's rung the doorbell in the U.S. yet. Nobody's opened the door, and there's 330 million people on the other side of that door, and we're going to enroll millions of people into Onecoin. It's just going to be very, very successful here. And look at the industry. Over $2 billion in venture funding has gone into the cryptocurrency and digital currency industry, 5th fastest emerging growth market in the world. Just all kinds of billion-dollar companies accepting Bitcoin, from PayPal to Microsoft to Tesla. I mean, you name it. There's over 100,000 companies around the world that take Bitcoin. So it's definitely, digital currency is definitely here to stay, folks. And a lot of people are starting to accept it. And we'll get into greater detail about that. Compensation. Over 285 families have maxed the compensation plan. What's that mean? It means they're on target to make $2 million over the next rolling 12 months. That's a lot of money. That's a big $1 million ring club. If we had $1 million rings, we would have more $1 million rings to issue than any company in the industry, probably combined. And then look at the market share. In a short 7 months, we have grown to 400,000 members and become the second largest digital currency in the world by market cap, and we are the largest by number of paid members, and we're growing at over 8,000 people per day. That's right, you heard me, per day. 8,000 members joining per day. Just really incredible numbers. And so if you're thinking that digital currency is a scam, it's definitely not. I mean, certainly there's been companies in our industry that have ruined the environment a little bit, or tainted or tarnished it a little bit. But digital currency, folks, is here to stay. Wired magazine says, irrespective of your opinion, the rise in popularity of cryptocurrencies can't be ignored. There's so many, as I mentioned, there's billion-dollar companies that are all over the world, overstocked. Just 1-800-Flowers. A lot of people are starting to take digital currency. And then, of course, as I mentioned, Ecuador just issued their own cryptocurrency. And given the crisis that's in Greece, I suspect that Greece will probably end up launching their own cryptocurrency as well, or hopefully adopting Onecoin, that's what we all hope. So for the uninitiated who have not yet grasped what Bitcoin is and other cryptocurrencies are, Wired Magazine says you ought to catch up, and I couldn't agree more. So let me talk about the promises of this presentation. Number one, we're going to show you our simple three-step business introduction system. You're watching it right now. This is an automated presentation that you can use to share with your friends and show them what's going on with OneCoin without you having to sit down at a Starbucks or a McDonald's and really go through a full presentation and try and impress people with how much you know. You don't have to do that. You have to show them that you can give them a link. That's really all you have to do, or give them a phone number. Our other promise is to educate you on digital currencies. We have a world-class interactive course that's really at the heart of our company is education on digital currencies, and I think you'll see what I mean when I get into the presentation. We also want to offer you access to digital currencies, and so you can buy, sell, trade, our OneCoin, Litecoins, Bitcoins, and really give you access to all of the major coins where you can diversify into cryptocurrency. Also, our promise is to execute our business plan with world-class leadership, and we're doing that in spades. I mean, to have a company grow to 400,000 members in less than 8 months, really without many hiccups at all, is nothing short of phenomenal. We've seen companies that have folded with 50,000 people, so we really have a great staff and a great management crew that's helping this company sustain critical mass. I tell everybody, we reached critical mass in the first 6 months. That was phenomenal. But our last promise, and I think this is the most important one, is to help you realize 10x freedom. And people always ask, well, what's 10x freedom? And I say, well, it's freedom that's 10 times better than you could have ever imagined. And when you look at our ADC system, what we call our automation, duplication, and creation system, it's all about automation of marketing. We want to show you how you can work without actually working. We want to show you how you can use duplication of team. You can use this very cool presentation page you're on that is actually doing all of the explaining, training, and enrolling. And I always tell people, step back and look where you are. Hopefully you're sitting at the park and you've got your phone and you're watching this, or maybe you're at home sitting back on the lazy boy or whatever. But the most important thing is you're not in a hotel room and you're not stuck in rush hour traffic, or maybe you are and you're watching this to make time go by. But creation of wealth is another one. We focus on quality of life results, no hotel meetings, no three-way calls, no chasing prospects. We just have a very effective system that helps you identify the people who are actually interested in this without you having to exert a lot of energy or trying to go out and sell people. You don't have to do that. Our system does all of the selling. So the OneCoin ADC system, I think what's most important, people look at that and they go, so all I got to do is share this? All I got to do is hand links to people? I don't have to do a presentation? And the answer is absolutely you don't have to do a presentation. I'll do them all for you. And that's what I'm here for. I love presentations. So let's look at this cool Facebook page that you're on. We have different layouts on them. Some have 3 videos, some have 1 video. I don't know which one you're on, but the most important thing is it's a 5-minute setup. If you scroll to the bottom of the Facebook page that you're on, you'll see that all you have to do is hit clone this app and it'll copy it to your fan page, and you change the link, and in 5 minutes you have our presentation system and you can start sharing it with others. So you can just carbon copy, stamp them out, and get your people to sign up, and they have their system instantly. And everybody knows how to share on Facebook. No, everybody knows how to post on social media for the most part. And so we've got the system all set up. Notice in the upper left-hand corner all the social media sharings there. We've got a 1-minute sizzle video on the front of this. It does have an opt-in. Some of them have opt-ins where they have to give their email address. So we have several different versions of this system. We've got military, we've got firefighters, first responders, we've got college students, we've got single parents. We've got just a lot of different themes that will help you market your business. And this is one of the most powerful tools that's around. It has the 20-minute overview, 30-minute overview, which you're watching now. Compensation overview, the ADC training system video that shows you how our automated system works, and literally you can have our entire system set up in 30 minutes. Just watch the video, pause it, do the task, and we've got it laid out, folks, just to make it really, really easy. And then of course you can change out your personalized link on the page, so if people sign up, they're signing up with you. And I guess what's really cool about this is when I go live, and have special guests, and I'm on a Hangout, I can actually broadcast through everybody's pages and reach a lot of people. So I let everybody know, hey, we've got Dr. Rusha on as a special guest, or Per Carlson, or Sal Leto, or Maurice Katz, and all of a sudden I can send out a message and I can go live, and I'm broadcasting through everybody's Facebook pages. So I told you one of the promises we're going to talk about what cryptocurrency is. And cryptocurrency has 5 elements to it. There's the algorithm, which basically determines how many coins are created. It has a finite number of coins that can be created, and it has a formula. So when you're out mining these coins, the algorithm determines, how many coins are released based on the mining operation, very simply figuring out the equation. So, for example, if the algorithm says every time you give me the answer 5, I will create a coin. So, of course, it's easy. 1 plus 4 equals a coin. 2 plus 3 equals a coin. 3 plus 2 equals a coin. 10 minus 5 equals a coin. So it produces coins, and again, a finite number of them. And the mining operation, which is what usually confuses most people, all it really is, and I'll put it in simple terms, it's a calculator. An algorithm is a mathematical equation, and the mining operation is a calculator that's used to solve the equations. But of course, they're large server rooms with computers in them that figure out these equations. Now, so with us, you purchase one of our educational packages, and we will give you tokens, and those tokens you send to the mining operation, and basically you say, hey, here's my 60,000 tokens, and the mining operation says, okay, it'll take 32 days to mine your coins, and we're going to charge you 12 tokens, per coin. So if 60,000 tokens, you're going to get 5,000 coins. So you come back, 30 days later, hypothetically speaking, and all of a sudden your coins come back into your e-wallet. The mining operation has solved enough equations to get you your 5,000 coins. And let's say that you want to go out and you want to spend them, send money to other members, use it at a retailer, whatever. You can do that with your e-wallet if the company or the individual takes 1 coin. Okay, and then if you say, well, my coins have doubled or tripled in value, or maybe they've gone up 10 times in value, and they've appreciated because the demand for them is so great. Remember, there's a finite number of coins, so once they're all mined, the demand on them will determine the price, the market demand. Okay, and just like the dollar is figured on Forex, on foreign exchange, it's all done by bidding and selling on public markets. And so we have our own exchange. So what happens if you want to sell some coins for 5 or 10 times what you paid for them initially, you can sell your coins on the exchange, much like you would sell a stock. And there'd be a public price for it, not a price set by the company, but a price set by the community of people buying and selling the actual coins. Okay, so it's an exchange. And then once you sell your coins, they put the money into your e-wallet, and then you can go spend it with a debit card. And the e-wallet is also used for our commissions as well. That's where our commissions are paid into, and also gives us tokens, so we're able to get more coins. So the only way to get more coins right now is to go out and build a business and ultimately get more tokens so you can acquire more coins. And I'll get into that when I get into compensation. So you can't do this presentation without talking about the story of Bitcoin. What an incredible story. I mean, crazy story. Started in 2009 by an anonymous person. There's one of your crypto founders, by the way, with an open source software, uploaded the software to a site and just told everybody to download it. And everybody did. And all of a sudden, 250,000 users are using it worldwide and transferring, it's a $11 billion operation per year, which is bigger than most U.S. corporations. Yet it has lack of a central exchange. There's all kinds of exchanges that you can use. Most are not audited. Has a dedicated management team. No transparency, really. It has no independent auditor either. So I mean, when you think about it, it's like, well, who's running the ship? Well, everybody is. Okay, so that can be a little bit dangerous. Yet, get this, it was the highest returning investment from 2009 to 2013. The highest returning investment in the history of the world, by the way. Okay, so what an incredible story. And I mean, you look at the chart here and look at that hockey stick. I mean, it just took off like a rocket. But here's the good news, folks. You're sitting in our shoes right now. We're right in this area. Okay, $0 to $1. and look at the potential. Just a few years down the road, after 2 years after it launched, it went to $35. I mean, what would you do if you bought a coin for $1 and it went to $35? What would you do? Most people say, well, I'd sell it. Well, bad mistake. It went to 210 and then it went to $1,203. Okay, so that is an astronomical return when you think about the potential behind that type of growth. And right now, this is where Onecoin is on the presentations you're looking at. And we're just getting started, folks, and we're already bigger than Bitcoin. So where could this thing go? Oh, wow. I mean, it's just incredible how high the actual price could go. But what if it went to 50 or $100? I mean, would that help you out in the long run? So when you look at Onecoin as a business, it really has a lot of cool things that go along with it. And let's just get into the presentation. Why do we feel it's better than Bitcoin? It has a much more advanced and secure algorithm. We have our own audited exchange. It's independent, but it's the one that we use for our coin. There is dedicated management teams that run our company and oversee it, so you don't have just kind of a free-for-all, if you will. Then, of course, we have our own mining operation that's built into your back office. You don't have to go out and set up computers and buy fancy video cards or any of that. It's all built in, and you just can leverage the system that's built in. We are KYC compliant, so I think it's important that you don't want to do anything illegal here, because we do know who you are, and that's just not going to happen. We're very early stage, so when you look at the opportunity to get in at $0 to $1.40, it's kind of where we're at right now. And you can acquire our coins in smaller denominations. So people sometimes don't want to go out and buy one Bitcoin for $200+. It makes them a little bit nervous. But why Onecoin? Why now? Well, people have a desire to communicate globally and locally. They want to exchange value. And really, that's what we're doing. We're connecting people to create commerce with Onecoin. People are seeking value in life. They want appreciation. And I tell people it's kind of cool having a company where you can build not only direct compensation, like fast compensation, but you can build organizational residual income. And what's even more exciting, it's kind of like it has an IPO component, initial public offering, in a way where your coins are actually growing in value as well as the company grows. And so it's neat having all of those elements in one company. It creates a lot of value in your life and appreciation, by the way. So people question their national and sovereign currencies for good reason. I give a great example. I say, if you were a person who lent money to companies, or if you were a banker and I came to you and I said, Mr. Banker, I would like to borrow some money. My company's 15 million in debt. I have $5 million in assets. So I'm $10 million upside down, assets to debt. And I have enough revenue to cover the interest on my $15 million in debt. That's all I'm earning right now. Would you loan me the money? Well, heck no, you wouldn't. And people say, well, why is that a significant story? I said, well, if you just add 6 zeros to the numbers I gave you, that's the balance sheet of, say, the U.S. government. Okay, so it's like, well, who would loan them money then? Only one's loaning us money is probably China, and they're going to get tired of doing that, I would imagine. So when you think about people really questioning national and sovereign currencies, we're really just talking about having a plan B. What if there is another 1933 New Deal Act where they reorganize the currency and change everything up, and people go through a difficult time? What's your plan B? And so we hope it'll be Onecoin. But here's the bottom line: people want freedom from fill in the blank. They want freedom from their job, freedom from whatever, debt, freedom from unemployment. There's just so many people want freedom from. And when you have a bunch of money coming in and you work from home and you have the lifestyle, you just have a lot more freedom than the average person. So Onecoin communicates freedom, value, and transparency. As I mentioned, we're building this new economy, and it's very exciting. And people that are on the cutting edge of it are going to make millions, tens of millions, and some are going to make hundreds of millions of dollars because they saw it clear as day. And I see it clear as day. So let's look at our founder, Dr. Rusha Ignatova. Okay, as mentioned, she's got quite the background with a degree in law from the University of Oxford, a master's degree in economics. Did them both at the same time, by the way. Former associate partner with McKinsey and Company, a very prestigious consulting company. You have to be in the top 1% of your class to get hired by that company. And of course, a former CEO and CFO of one of the largest asset management funds in Bulgaria. And she's just an amazing woman. She was voted 2 years in a row Entrepreneur of the Year in Europe. And you know, when you put your face on the cover of Forbes magazine, typically they do due diligence before they put anybody on the cover. So I tell people, I say, yeah, you can go do due diligence. You're going to find all kinds of garbage on the internet because there's all these negative spin sites that they're leveraging the amount of traffic that we're getting because we're the fastest growing networking company in the world right now. And so if you knew you could get a top search result first by doing a negative article, wouldn't you? Especially if you were marketing, say, a competitor. So I want you to be very clear that when you go out and do your due diligence, read between the lines, understand the motivations, and research real websites that actually are credible. Okay, because that's important too. There's all kinds of people that can tell lies just to get top search results and to get traffic. But I really don't think Forbes would have allowed her picture on the cover of the magazine if they didn't do full due diligence on her. Okay, so I hope you understand that. You may not believe it, but it's very true. Forbes is not going to allow you on the cover of their magazine if you have a shady background. They're just not going to. And then, of course, looking at our product, you know, our core activity, as I mentioned, is member education. We have interactive content, multiple education levels, and every educational program comes with free tokens. So our educational programs range from 100 euros all the way up to 5,000 euros, and each one of those has a point value, dollar for dollar point value, which allows you to go out and you know, sell products, make commissions, make team commissions, and I'll get into that here in just a second. So let's talk about the compensation and how you make money. You can make money on a direct sales, a 10% direct sales commission. You can make money on a network bonus by getting 10% off of your sales team. Of course, a matching bonus that pays you through 4 generations of matching bonuses. I'll get into that in a minute. And then our startup bonus. You know, we're going to throw you an extra 10% in the first 30 days for you to get out there and hustle and put some money in your pocket. And then, of course, the One Life Club, which is kind of like a frequent flyer miles club, where you can ultimately accumulate points and redeem them for quality of life results and travel arrangements and things like that. And then look at the splits. You know, when you look at splits, we just had a 2-for-1 split. If you had 10,000 coins, they gave you enough tokens for you to pick up another 10,000 coins. So the coin doesn't split, they just give you more tokens based on where your coin's at. So if you have a coin and it's worth 60,000 tokens, and we do a 2-for-1 split where they're going to give you 2 coins for every one you got, then they're going to give you, you know, another 60,000 tokens for you to double the amount of coins that you have. We also have gold. We have a really cool gold program, by the way. We have one of the first hybrid cryptocurrency gold products where it's 0.999 gold and it's 0.001 pure cryptocurrency, which is kind of cool. And then our leadership program, by the way, is you know, as you move up the ranks, you also earn additional commissions and benefits for being part of our leadership. And then, of course, we have our One Payments card. So let's talk about the comp plan. It's a binary compensation plan, which is one of the most powerful, fastest paying, fastest growing comp plans in the world. Combine it with a 4-level matching bonus on a unilevel, and you got an awesome comp plan, folks. You got an emphasis on recruiting lots of people. Number one, there's an incentive to do that. To recruit as many people as you can, share it with as many people as you can. But there's also an incentive to help your leaders do the same in the first 4 generations because of the matching bonus. So this pay plan really gets people doing the right behaviors. That, you know, creates the right behaviors in people and the type of focus that they have on building their business. So in a binary, you have 2 sales legs, a right sales leg and a left sales leg. And whichever one does the most volume on, that's not the one you get paid on. You get paid on the lesser one, okay? So people are like, why is that? And say, well, because they don't want you to have a leg that has lesser volume. So out of all the people that you sign up, unlimited levels deep, you get credit for every dime of business volume generated in your organization. And in this case, we did 60,000 on our right leg and 80,000 on our left leg. Well, you get paid 10% on the 60,000 euros. Okay, and that's capped at 35,000 in income per week. But I think most people can live on $40,000 a week, don't you? So, as I mentioned, you get a 10% sales bonus. You go out and sell a 5,000 euro package, you're going to make 500 euros. Okay. We also have a network bonus. If it's sold in your organization, you might also pick up an additional 10%, you know, on personal volume, on network volume. Okay. 60% of your payments will go to your cash account, 40% will go to fund your mandatory account, and that gets you more tokens, which allows you to gain access to more coins. So if you think about it, 40% of our commissions are cash reserve, for anybody who wants to sell their coins on the exchange. So we've got a built-in buyer base that can absorb the sale of any coins from people who are actually out there building the business and generating commissions, which is incredible because, you know, when you look at $70 million in revenues in a week, which is what we're producing right now at the time of this video, you get 52% of the comp plan is paid out. We're paying out close to, you know, $35 million in commissions, and you've got about 40% of that is paid in tokens, which enables us to buy more coins. So we have a tremendous buying base built in for any sellers, but at the same time, you can generate a ton of commissions that you can go put directly in your bank. Okay, so our commissions are paid in whatever currency you use in your country. It's not just all Onecoins. You can actually convert your Onecoins into cash and get it in just about any denomination. So your startup bonus is an additional 10% on any volume over $5,500 in the first month from the day you sign up. And your bonus is paid out to your mandatory account as well, so you can convert those tokens into coins. And that's I tell people, get as many coins as you can. Okay, it's very, very important. And so when you look at the matching bonus, depending on what level you come in, will determine how many levels you unlock. At the tycoon level, you get 10% on your first generation, 10% on your second, 20% on your third, and 25% on your fourth. Well, I got news for you. If you go out and sign up 110 people like I've done, your second generation becomes large, and your third generation becomes larger, and your fourth generation, you're making more money off of that fourth generation than you on your first generation by a long shot. You know, you need 25% commission on 100 people's checks that are making an average of $2,000 each. Well, you just had a $50,000 week. And so that's very cool. And so points do not flush, you know, so they stay in the position. You do have to be in an upgraded position. And, you know, really just to qualify your binary, you just have to sell one 500 euro package, what we call our trader package, on the right sales team personally, and one on the left side. So that's the only qualification. All you have to do is sell 2 trader packages in your binary qualified to be able to make money. Okay, as I mentioned, we have the gold bonus, the ARM gold coins, where you ultimately get free gold when you sign up. That'll end September 1st, so get in now and take advantage of the free offer. But the RM Gold coin is very cool because for people who say, I want a cryptocurrency backed by gold, well, good news, we've got it, and we've got a very sexy program for that. Okay. So when you look, and by the way, when you get into the back of your website, you can learn all about our gold program. There's all kinds of great information in the gold vault. So where's this going to go? I mean, shoot, $5 a coin. If it does, you know, you bought it at 50 cents, which is where I know I got my coins, or $1 a coin. How would it feel to increase your wealth by 5 times? How would it feel to grow it to $2.50? That would be great as well. But here's the real potential, folks. I mean, think about this, and this is just a prediction. This is not any type of financial forecast. But as we grow and do the splits and everything and manage the price, we could be at 50 euros to 100 euros per coin. You've got a million coins, and it goes to $100 a coin. Well, you're worth $100 million. Okay. I don't really need that much money personally, but I wouldn't turn it down. Shoot, give me in the $15 to $20 million range, and I can go find a nice sailboat and enjoy life. I don't know what your dreams are, but I think it's important. I tell people, look at what Bitcoin did, and we're already bigger than they are. Okay, so we're taking off like a rocket, and they have 21 million coins they're issuing total, and we've got 2 billion. But we've also are looking to crank out 10 to 20 times more members and have 5 to 10 million people around the world using Onecoin. So, folks, I just want to thank you for taking a look at the presentation. It's exciting. Get back with the person who invited you. Click on the link on this page, contact information. Get with the person who invited you, and just dig in and get more information. The more you learn about this company, the more you'll love it. You'll realize that the new economy is real. The culture of freedom is what everybody in our company is fighting for. And ultimately, as I said before, you know, opportunities just don't pass you by. They just, you know, you don't want to miss this one. I mean, if you do, it's just going to pass on to the next person, maybe your neighbor, maybe your best friend. And, you know, a year from now, they'll be moving to a bigger house and you won't know why. But don't let this pass you up. It's an exciting time, and it's an exciting company, and they have it dialed in. They have all the mechanics working right. People are making incredible amounts of money sharing it. And it's just one of those opportunities that I tell people, you know, it's this one you just can't pass up, because the more you learn about it, the lesser you know, you feel like doing anything else but this. But it's been a real pleasure doing this presentation for you. I hope you have a great day. Get involved in OneCoin, sign up, start enrolling people, and you'll see how easy this business really is. Thanks again for your time.